So you guys seem to have liked the last video that I made about the guy calling me bro. It's actually gotten to the point where even people talk to me, I call them bro, and they refer to the damn video and say they're gonna report my ass. Honestly, you guys do what it is that you wish with the knowledge of that video, but today I'm bringing you guys another story, and this time it's not because I called the dude bro. Apparently, it's because I'm not smart enough. So, it was back when I worked at the pawn shop, right? This old gentleman comes up to the counter and he wants to take a look at some guns. In case you guys are not familiar, at a pawn shop, you actually work off commission. So, the more you sell, the more money you make. At least that's how it was for us. So, with that, of course, I'm going to try and sell this gun. So, I show him a couple rifles, I show him a shotgun, and then a gentleman walks in with two items in his hand. I couldn't make out what the items were, but he stood next in line. Next, after I start showing him some more guns, start talking to him more about guns and everything, and you know, we're having an engaged conversation, and he wanted to take a look at a 12 gauge, so I showed it to him, and then after that I showed him an AR-15. Point is that I was showing him a lot of guns. Then just this guy in the back of the line decides to say, hey buddy, some of us have things to do, some of us are in a hurry, and you're wasting time by looking at guns. This pissed me off because not only did A, I lose my chance out on making money, but B, this guy was there first. Like, there's no reason for him to be arguing in the first place. So then I look at him and I tell him, sir, you're gonna have to wait your turn, wait patiently, this gentleman was here first. I try to go back to the old guy, but at this point he was disgusted by the behavior he would just received, and he was like, no thank you, I thought I could get good quality service here. Fucking great.
Great, man. It's not like I lost money or anything.
I'm frustrated at this point because I lost my chance to make money. Not only did we lose a customer because some guy wanted to be a douchebag and he didn't want to wait his turn. And guess who was the lucky one that had to attend him? Me! I was the lucky one that had to attend the douchebag. So he comes up, he's next in line, right? The first thing he does is he apologizes. He's like, hey buddy, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cock block. I know you guys work off commission. It's just that I'm in a hurry or whatever. I just cut him off and I tell him, you know what, man, just forget about it. Let's just move on from this. So then he hands me something about the size of my phone, like this big roughly. Not this thick, but like probably this thin, about the tallness of my phone. And it was brown. I look at it and I ask him, what is this? He tells me this is a phone line tester. Excuse me? He's like, yeah, it's a phone line tester to test phones. To test phones. Test phone line. Aside from my phone being connected via cable and adapter to a wall to charge, there's nothing connected to this device. I can make calls without it being connected to a wire. Observe. Hey, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
You can clearly communicate with me without a single cable being connected to my phone, right?
Yes.
So my question is, why do we need a damn phone line tester? I want to blow a gasket on this guy because it's completely pointless, man. If you have a house phone, no offense, puck, that's just whack. Like, there's no point to have a house phone anymore. We have cell phones to live off now. They're wireless. There's no need to test this with a phone line tester. So I picked this thing up and I'm looking at it confused, like, why the hell do I need this? So I tell him, alright, so I'm gonna have to ask my manager to see if we could take this in. I go over to my manager and the first thing I tell her is, tell me the words, I won't take it in. She looks at it, she's like, you can't take it in, you gotta tell him. Alright, we're good. I walk back to him and I tell him, alrighty sir, I apologize for that. I won't be able to take in this merchandise only because there's no market for it. I give it back to him, takes it, and he says, wow, you people here are ignorant. I learned to brush off comments like that whenever I worked at the pawn shop, so that was no big deal to me. But he was saying how we were ignorant, and I was trying to tell him, hey sir, like, there's no market for this. There's no need for this anywhere. And he still called us ignorant when in reality I was trying to explain why we're not taking it, but he's calling us ignorant when he's being in denial about us not taking his merchandise. Great fucking move there, buddy. And so then he hands me a multi-tool. I understand that these things go for about $70 to $100, and it's like, in case you don't know, it's like a screwdriver with a knife with a with pliers. It's a multi-tool inside like a it's like a handheld knife sort of thing. And he gives it to me and he's like, I'd like to see how much I could get for this. We do like $3 to $5 per knife. Like, it's no big deal. And I don't know what this guy was expecting, and I told him, sir, there's not much I'm gonna be able to do on this item. He swipes it out of my hand and he says, whatever, man, you guys here are just ignorant. And then I brushed it off again. I told him, you know what, sir, I apologize for me not being able to offer you the service that I could today. I apologize. He tells me, don't be sorry, get educated. I was heated. The second he said that, I was fucking heated. In case you guys don't know, I'm a college student. And who the fuck is he to tell me to get educated? Like, oh boy. And so then I just have to answer back with the way I have to. I told him, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry that I could not offer you the service that you were looking for today. And he tells me, don't be sorry, buddy. Get educated. Of course, like, you can only hold your cool for so long. So I told him, I'm working on it. And he just said it. He's like, if you were truly working on it, you wouldn't be working at a pawn shop. I didn't even think twice. I just snapped and I was like, if you would have gotten educated, you wouldn't be standing here asking me for money. This man turns around, comes straight at me. He's like, what the fuck did you tell me? Who do you think you are? What kind of service is this? He's yelling his ass off to me and I'm just here like, whoa, buddy, you came looking for this trouble. My manager came, she had to step in and she was like, sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. And the guy was like, he told me I wasn't educated. And I was like, bro, you literally just told me the same shit. Like, don't even go off with that. And then my two coworkers had to go walk him out and everything. And it was a complete fucking mess. It really, really was. And the guy was pretty retarded. And we didn't take any of his stuff. So yeah, that happened. And then later to find that later that day, some person tried to show up during closing hours. So when we closed, about 5 minutes after we closed, I'm genuinely convinced it was this man. He tried coming back and we forgot to turn off the open sign. So he tried opening the door and he was slamming on the door like crazy. And then when my manager yelled at him, we're closed, he legitimately flicked us off and kicked the door. I was like 0 to 60. I was pissed, but whatever. It's the way it works. And then later on that day, my manager's like, so what'd you tell him? And I was like, hey, I had to snap back at some point. Otherwise, he's gonna step all over me, and I'm just gonna look like the vulnerable one here in this joint. So that's what happened, guys. Lesson of the day is just pretty much just try to keep your cool as long as you can. You can't. It's understandable, but remember that you work for a company, you represent a name, and you know you can only do so much. Granted, if you're not working, you gotta defend yourself. Then hey, by all means, do it. But if you're on the clock, you know, don't do anything stupid like I did. I could have gotten in trouble for what I did. Fortunately, I did not, and that guy is never welcome back to that story. Alrighty, so hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like rating, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you enjoy these story time videos, they're cut commentaries that I just do, but some people call them story time. Hey, whatever floats your boat. You know, go ahead and let me know in the comment section if there's a certain topic you guys want me to talk about, then go ahead and let me know and I'll go ahead and work on it.